Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about that module number 5, that is distribution system. Here we are going to discuss about that secondary distribution system, feeders, distributors and service mains. So let us discuss about that secondary distribution system. So secondary distribution system is that part of an AC distribution system which includes that range of voltages at which the ultimate consumer utilizes that electrical energy which is delivered to him. For suppose in earlier video we have discussed about that primary distribution system. In case of an primary distribution system where the incoming line voltage is like greater than 11 kV, like 33 kV, 66 kV, 132 kV, 220 kV, 400 kV. So that high voltage AC voltage is stepped down to 11 kV, which is directly given to the factories or industries, and again it is given to the substations. So these substations are comes under secondary distribution system. Again the secondary distribution system whose voltage which is stepped down to other voltage like 400 kV or 230 kV. So 400 kV is nothing but the line voltage between line to line, like R phase to Y phase or Y phase to B phase or B phase to R phase. And similarly with each and every phase with respect to neutral, either R phase to neutral, Y phase to neutral and B phase to neutral, where we may get the 230 volts. From the up to that primary distribution system where the distribution system carries with the 3-phase 3-wire transmission system, but coming to the secondary distribution system from the substation onwards where we are carrying that electrical power in case of like 3-phase 4-wire system. Why the difference between primary distribution system to secondary distribution system? Why we are using like here 3-phase 4-wire transmission system, but in primary distribution system why we are using 3-phase 3-wire transmission system? Because in primary distribution system where we are not at all giving any power to any load like home load or domestic load, we are not giving. So phase voltage is not required to distribute that power to anywhere. So that's why as to earn economical benefits in that scenario, in case of primary distribution system where we are distributing that electrical power with the help of 3-phase 3-wire transmission system. But coming to that secondary distribution system where we are distributing the voltage like line voltage and phase voltage. So as to satisfy like commercial loads, industrial loads and domestic loads. So in this scenario some people require like line voltage like 3-phase supply, and some people require like 2-phase supply. So in this scenario from secondary distribution system onwards where we are going to satisfy both 3-phase utilities and from single phase utilities. So here onwards we are going to transfer that electrical power from secondary distribution system in the form of 3-phase 4-wire transmission system. So for better understand about the concept like secondary distribution system, here I am going to show a below figure a typical secondary distribution system. There the primary distribution circuit which delivers powers to various substations which are called as distribution substations. So here I am showing that substations which are called as distribution substations. In this figure this is nothing but distribution system. In this distribution system which consists of a transformer like 3-phase delta to star connected transformer. In this 3-phase delta to star connected transformer where we are step down that voltage like incoming voltage like 11 kV to outgoing voltage like 0.4 kV. 0.4 kV means between line to line where we are getting that 400 volts, and between line to neutral where we are getting that 230 volts. So from here onwards in parallel we are going to distribute to various house loads like house 1, house 2, house 3, and again we are going to distribute that 3-phase supply directly to the various factories like industries. For house 1, house 2 and house 3 where we are given that tappings for single phase supply, and for 3-phase load, that is like industries and factories where we are given like 3-phase supply. So the substations which are there near to the distribution system which are called as distribution substations, which implies that a transformer, that is step down transformers, these step down transformers are located near to the consumer localities. At each distribution substation, the voltage is stepped down to 400 volts and power is delivered as our words like 3-phase 4-wire AC system. The voltage between any two phases is like 400 volts and between phase and neutral is like 230 volts here. The single phase supply here we are given to the domestic loads which are connected between one phase and neutral, whereas 3-phase loads like factories and industries which are connected with 400 volts, and it is given to that 400 volts motor loads which are connected across 3-phase lines directly. In this figure here we are going to show that a secondary distribution system. In this secondary distribution system which consists of like feeders, distributors and service mains. In this figure if you look closely monitor this figure consists of a substation. S stands. From here like SC, SA and SD are called as feeders. SC, SD, SA are directly radiating from distribution system, and the feeders like AB, BC, CD and DA are called as service mains, or I would like to say it is a distribution system supplies, or simply called as distributors. And there is no consumer which is given directly connection to their home from feeder as to carry the high current, and the consumers are connected to the distributors via service mains. Here service mains are A, B, B, C, C, D and DA are the service mains and also called as distributors, and SC, SD, SA are called distribution system. So A, B, B, C, C, D and AD are also called as parallel feeders, and by combining all together we can also call it as a loop feeders or distributors. But the network like SC, SD and SA are called as radial feeders. Then what is meant by feeders at here? So feeders are nothing but the lines which are connecting between the generating stations to the substations. Lines are going to carry that high current capacity, and there is no any load which is given directly as to carry that high current directly from feeders to consumers. Distributors can have any number of tappings like tapping 1, tapping 2, tapping 3, tapping 4, because all distributing systems are connected in parallel, and there is no any connection in series. So if it is connected everything in parallel means the current is going to differ. For better analysis we can apply the Kirchhoff current law, and there is no any relation between a series connection from one home by another home. So all distribution loads, home 1, home 2, home 3 and the industries and factories all are connected in parallel connection, and we can meet the demand of load according to the demand of that current. And in this figure there is one more thing which is called as service mains. What is service mains? Service mains are nothing but small cables which are connecting distributor to consumer premises. So that is simply called as service wire, which is connected right from energy meter of every home or every industry or every factory to the main transmission distribution line. So via service mains, that is nothing but with this conductor wire, there exists that voltage drop along the feeder. Whatever the voltage drop which is existed along the feeder, which is again compounded by the generators, and the voltage drop along the distributors is the major area of the design for a power engineer, because in compensation of this drop of voltage via service mains we have to provide that rated voltage to each and every consumer premises. Then only we can increase that efficiency of their motor loads, torque loads and etc. So here in this figure, mainly here we want to know about that feeders and service mains. These feeders and service mains, there is no any tapping which is directly given, but always we are given tapping via from service mains to various loads. If loads are connected in parallel, definitely we can satisfy their demand of load. If loads are connected in series, it is difficult to satisfy their demand of the load. So, and also we want to make that loads are individual loads, not to depend on one house by another house. That's why all the loads are connected in parallel. And that too, if you are connected in parallel, definitely according to the demand of their load, like torque loads, machine loads, we can meet their demand of the current as to obtain that maximum efficiency to that motor cases. Thank you.